This marketing book was published in 1923, but loads of the principles from the book still apply today when you're running adverts on Facebook, Instagram, LinkedIn, TikTok, whatever you're doing. So, one of the first principles that this book states is that headlines on ads are like headlines on news items. Nobody reads the whole newspaper. They're only interested in the headline, and the headline is what's going to grab their attention. And that's the same thing for advertising today. So instead of headlines on newspapers, typically we look at hooks on social media content and Facebook ads. So if nobody pays attention to the hook of your video, they're not going to pay attention to the rest of the ad, and the rest of the ad becomes useless. People spend hours often on a single headline, and for the entire return on ad spend depends on attracting the right sort of readers. So again, that converts today into Facebook advertising. Good advertisers spend a lot more time writing their hooks than anything else in the video, because if no one is going to watch the rest of the ad or read the rest of the ad on Facebook, nobody's going to buy from you and nobody's going to become one of your leads. Again, he goes on about comparing headlines until they know what sort of appeal pays best. So what he's talking about in this book is newspaper headlines for newspaper ads. But what we can do today and what they didn't have back then is on Facebook, we can actually test different hooks by spending different amounts of ad spend on different ads. So this is why it's so powerful to go back to some foundational advertising techniques used back in newspaper advertising. Finally, the last thing that he mentions in the headlines chapter of this book is that you should address the people you seek and them only. So again, we use that in today's advertising because we only talk to one specific avatar with any of our ads. We're not going after the entire market because that's the easiest way to get your ad to just perform terribly and not be seen by anyone. We want to speak to a very specific ideal client with a very specific problem and pain point.